Her torso was found in a dumpster close to her apartment. The killer finds the dead body. A dead woman's sadistic neighbor is interviewed by the local news. Turns out he's the person who killed her. It was June of 2011 and 27-year-old Lauren Giddings had just graduated from Mercer University in Georgia, U.S. Lauren wanted nothing more than to practice criminal law, and she was determined to make her dream come true. Only one thing stood in her way: the Georgia bar exam. When Lauren's parents, who lived in another state, didn't hear from her for a few days, they thought nothing of it. Lauren had told them she would be busy studying for the exam. However, her friend Ashley grew wary after not having seen or heard from Lauren for 4 days. She phoned Lauren's sister Caitlin, who told her where she could find a hidden key to check in on her. On June 30, 2011, Ashley and a few of Lauren's other friends entered her apartment across from Mercer University and immediately felt uneasy. Lauren's purse and keys were in the apartment and her car was parked right outside, yet she was nowhere to be found. Ashley called the police and reported her missing. When the police arrived at Lauren's apartment, they noted there was no sign of forced entry. Nothing had been stolen and everything appeared to be in order. Nonetheless, investigators knew it would be unusual for someone to leave the city for 4 days without their phone, vehicle, or money. It was not until detectives used luminol in Lauren's bathroom that they knew they were investigating a homicide. The room was covered in blood. The overwhelmingly pungent odor of decomposition led detectives to a dumpster near Lauren's apartment. Her torso was found wrapped in plastic. A blood-covered hacksaw was found in the laundry room of her building. Local news outlets quickly arrived at the scene and began interviewing Lauren's friends and neighbors, including her next-door neighbor, 25-year-old Stephen McDaniel. Lauren and Stephen graduated from Mercer University together and were acquaintances. Stephen told the reporter that Lauren was a people person. He stated he had no clue what could have happened to her and theorized she had been kidnapped while out for a run. He remained distraught throughout the entire interview, and when the news reporter mentioned a body had been found, Stephen froze. He became speechless, walked away and sat down on the curb. The interview continued with Stephen crying on camera, stating he wished he could have helped Lauren and that he didn't understand how anyone could have committed such a horrific act. Detectives found Stephen's demeanor during the interview to be unusual and zeroed in on him. They discovered he had been arrested for breaking into 2 homes and stealing condoms that same day. Investigators entered Stephen's apartment and found a stolen master key to all of the apartments in the complex, a flash drive belonging to Lauren which contained numerous personal photos, Lauren's panties and the packaging of the bloody hacksaw found in the laundry room covered in Lauren's blood. Stephen's internet search history showed he obsessively visited Lauren's LinkedIn and Facebook pages and would often watch violent pornography while leering at her photos. A flash drive containing pornographic images of children was also found in Stephen's apartment. A deleted video of Lauren's entire apartment was recovered from Stephen's phone. He had been casing her home the day before he brutally murdered her. A 6-foot-long stick with a camera duct taped to one end was found inside Stephen's apartment, pointing towards Lauren's bedroom window. Lauren's sister Caitlin stated that a year before her death, Lauren told her she thought someone was entering her apartment and moving things around. Right before Lauren died, she sent an email to her boyfriend Vincent and told him she felt she was being watched and was afraid. What Lauren didn't know was her next-door neighbor Stephen had formed a sick and twisted obsession with her and was watching her every move. Stephen had been stalking Lauren for at least 6 months prior to the murder.